Hey guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I'm jumping on because I have a funny feeling we might need to have a look at letting go of the past. So, I'll stop the paperwork that I was doing and we'll have a look at the energy. Let's have a look at what's going on. Okay, I'm using daily guidance from your angels. There's nothing to worry about. Daydream, family, and listen. It's an opportunity to forgive. I'm not going to read those yet. I've got some new tarot cards. They're very different. My daughter got them for me as a present. My youngest daughter, this is. We're going to use them. Okay, check those out. Three of Pentacles. It's about joining forces and building partnerships. I'm not going to look at the pictures yet because they'll distract me. So I'm just going to look at what the actual cards are. Three of Pentacles, joining alliances with like-minded people, working on projects. There's nothing to worry about. Daydream. We've got a family member here who's kind of, is a block. It's an opportunity to forgive. Got to listen. Okay. Three of Pentacles, not to look at the pictures. King of Cups. Okay, so this is a king who is in his emotions of love. Whether he has that emotion under control could be a different story. I'm not going to look down at the cards. Three of Swords, heartbroken. Getting over past heartache, it's that opportunity to forgive. Five of Wands, fighting. Could be fighting at home. There's fighting within the family. And the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving to make any change, wanting to make change, but very slow to come in. With the opportunity to forgive. The Knight of Pentacles, sometimes he can take a bit too long to think. And the Ten of Swords. Okay, so why am I thinking that the Knight of Pentacles has got... I said he was a bit too slow. Ten of Swords is about being done in. Like you've just been knifed so many times that you can no longer carry on that way. Knave of Pentacles. That's the Page of Pentacles. So this is now this immature energy of wanting to, like I said, having ideas about building a new future. Comes in with that daydream. Let's carry on. Seven of Pentacles is about waiting for the abundance to come in. It's just for the manifestation. It's like waiting, to reap what you've sown. Something about what you've sown here. And the Six of Wands, about your recognition and reward. Right, okay, we'll have a look now. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant, which means that you are being divinely guided and led, which comes in with there's nothing to worry about, you're safe, and this situation is under perfect control of divine providence. If, ooh, what way am I putting my hand? Okay, there we go. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. Nothing to worry about. Okay. Right. I'm going to say that's the underlying energy. There's nothing to worry about. Let's have a look at these cards. What came out first was why are they all they've all fallen. Three of Pentacles, King of Cups, Three of Swords, Five of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Knave of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. I think that might have come before the Knave. Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page, Six of Wands. Okay. Let me just have a look at these pictures. Three of Pentacles about building alliances. The family card here says this situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming, blue light, and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation. Allow yourself to feel peace. Is that sword there severing that head off? Because there's the chest, kind of in the hand. And it makes me feel as if it's like you've cut off your own abundance, or you are being severed away from certain situations. We do have the family card here. The opportunity to forgive could be forgiving yourself, because I wanted to first say cutting off your nose to spite your face. That's about partnerships, but it's one being severed. The King of Cups, I said, was the king in his emotions. Not sure which way that is. This king here is in the bottom of his cup and he looks done in and dead, to be honest. Now above there, obviously what looks like he is growing, if he wants to get up, is two mountains. The sun's behind. I can most definitely see the yin yang there. It's like, but he's gone through a transformation. I mean, it's like the death there, the ego death. I feel like if you have a look, it looks like a curtain around the mountains, so as if it's all been a bit of a dream, maybe. Oh, we've got daydream. Okay. You'll see more easily in here. You'll see more easily. You'll more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. I said it felt like it was a bit of a scene, as if it was a bit of a dream. Okay. This is the seat of creativity. So been severed from a certain connection, now daydreaming. Daydreaming over a fantasy. Then we have the heartbreak. So look at this. because the heart's kind of, I'm going to say, blindfolded, I don't think the heart was aware of the pain that it would feel, that it would suffer. Is that being severed? Okay, cutting off your nose to spite your own face. Cutting yourself off from a dream, not realising it would hurt so much. But we have trouble. We have a squirrel here who it's kind of like their crown is now the Five of Wands is normally about conflict, sometimes conflict that's got out of hand. It can be kind of like playful banter that then turns into a bit more serious competition, maybe, with the Five of Wands. There's conflict here. It looks as if you want to kind of hide. It's all coming in. But then I moved on to the Knight of Pentacles. Said he was slow, really slow here. He's on a dinosaur. He's not. He's on some kind of skeleton, and he himself is disintegrating. Now he seems shielded. It's like by a web. And is he hiding? But he's encouraging, like movement. It's like a pentacle, coins dangling. Have a look at that. So I feel like he feels like he hasn't had much luck. It's just that cloud there. But okay, that rain's quite low down, isn't it? In that cloud. So I want to feel that maybe he's, rise above it. Rising above all the conflict. Ten of Swords. Conflict's definitely at home. And what can I see? It's like being blind to the truth, maybe. Or you can't believe your eyes, what you're seeing. I'm not sure, but 10. That's about, kind of 10's the number about wrapping up cycles, starting new ones, new beginnings. There's crying here over this house. Just seeing such fury and rage and all the tears, and it's all just pouring onto this home. And if you have a look, it's like a kind of little, I don't know, grave coming. Have a look closely on the grass. See that little skull there? Now we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is about reaping what you sow. Manifestation coming in. So we have a bird pooping. Bird poop. It's meant to be lucky. Now this one here is dropping coins. Looks like you're walking on fire. Your wings seem to be, I'm not sure what's happened to your wings, but and because he's dressed like a jester or a joke. Maybe he feels like a joke going after, I'm not sure. Or maybe he's prepared to sacrifice everything to now go after his abundance. It's like walking into the fire. Well, then we have the Knave of Pentacles. So he's a page, immature. Now, you check out this card. So this is about somebody now wanting. It's like he feels that he's very abundant now. That's how I feel. But he looks very much like a feminine and masculine. have a look a bit more. He's on fire. And it looks like he's on fire, wanting recognition. Look at that sword still through his heart. The treasure in his belly. I'm not sure. There's a bit of a recklessness to this. That's what I feel. Six of Wands is about your recognition and reward. What's going on here, though? If I can't make sense of it, then I'm going to say that the person resonating with this is not making sense of what's going on. This is about feeling recognised, appreciated, like you're contributing, your worthiness. And all I can say is maybe all eyes are on you from all directions. I'm not sure. What do you think to that? What else have I got here? Well, that's them cards. Listen, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. I don't even know why I kind of brought these ones up with me. Kind of brought them up with some paperwork. Okay. I've got the unicorns. You know, earlier on I was actually thinking about how we lose people on our spiritual journey, or how we can end up feeling quite lonely. And has it ever occurred to you that maybe, you know, once everybody who's, you know, going to be a block, basically everybody who's in your way of you being who you're going to be, once they've moved out of the way, you are quite free just to walk through and do as you please. As kind of you were, well, that was the intention when we came, to follow our own guidance. But sometimes you don't really realise how many people were in the way until they're gone. And you've kind of done your mourning part, I want to say, where you, I don't know, apply blame, try and find a reason as to why certain people aren't in your life anymore. You kind of think, well, you know whether or not they would have hindered you, because otherwise they'll still be in your life. So, don't know why I said that. But I was thinking, it's just kind of a different way of looking at it, isn't it? It's like we get so attached. And the lesson is to have attachment to no thing. No thing. To feel safe and secure within. That's one of the toughest, hardest lessons of this journey. Anyway. Right, let's see what the unicorns want to say. It's worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. It says there's nothing to worry about, and you had the Hierophant. It says finish what you started. You started something important, and now it's time to complete it. feel it's to do with whatever you've cut yourself off from. It's an opportunity to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's in a divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Simplicity. Put your energy into the basics and let go of the excess. It's just like trying too hard. Definitely trying too hard. Just be yourself. But there was 3 that came out. You're a great person. Enjoy being yourself. It's that lesson, isn't it, of not needing another to make your dreams come true or to make you happy. You just need to be the happiest thing, really, is when you're able to be free to be yourself without judgment. So have a look at who maybe judges you, because it could be a chance that they could be blocking your path. Look, imagine if your path is nice and free, and we kind of think that would be brilliant, but it's quite a lonely one with no one interfering, no one's input. We kind of really rely on that. I found it really hard to find that there wasn't one single person that was going to try and guide me or advise me. It's what I wanted, really. I just wanted to be able to trust myself and to be able to guide myself and clearing the path. And how do you do that? Just by being yourself. The right people will stay. It's like when somebody gives you a definition of you, it doesn't ring true. And I think you're the only person that really can define you, and should be the only person that should define you. You know you. But then you start hearing other people and their definition of you, and you could start to believe them. Family, something to do with family, judgment, opportunity to forgive, change. The changes that you're going through are positive. We're going to read this one. At times, we're afraid of making changes because we don't know what will happen in the future. This card wants you to know that the changes you're going through are for the best. You're walking through a gate into a new life. Don't worry about your future, because it's all going to work out just fine. These changes come in part because you're growing older. You like different things now compared to when you were younger. It's okay for you to change, because change is a part of life. In the same way, your friends and family members will change as they grow older. You're all letting go of things that no longer work well for you, and you're bringing in the new. Even though these changes may seem to make your family and friends act differently, in the end, everyone will be closer. You'll make new friends through these changes too. Yet even happy life changes can create stress that affects your body, energy and moods. So it's more important than ever to take good care of yourself by getting enough sleep, exercise and time for play. Also, talking about your feelings with friends and family members can help. This card may also be asking you to change something in your life that's making you unhappy or unhealthy. For example, changing a habit or a relationship. The first thing that you think about is correct. Ask your angels, the unicorns, and your friends and family members to help you with this change if it feels difficult or frightening. Support is very important during times of change. If you can learn to enjoy life's changes, you'll enjoy life itself much more. And it can be quite hard because you might find yourself not with many family members or friends around. But that's then when you kind of find your own tribe of like-minded people. But there's normally a time of solitude when you can feel very alone. And the lesson there is to learn that you're never alone. Okay. Let's pull another one from there. Decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. I think that this is, I was thinking today, and I'm experiencing this in my own life, with some people that I'm not actually in contact with. I know that they miss me. I know that. And I've kind of been, they're not coming to me directly, but they are going through friends, which is, not sure whether it's putting my friends in a situation, but that, I can't control what happens and who meets who and starts talking about what. And it's not actually due to these people. It's the circumstances where it's best if I don't actually, make contact. But they can most definitely make contact with me. Now, I know the situation is very, very upsetting for them. But I've made it clear that I am free to talk if they want to, but they're choosing not to. And it's like, as soon as you open up communication skills, and if there's somebody that you need to say sorry to, even if they don't respond, or even if they reject, it's really important to be able to say that sorry. If you know that you're needing to say sorry, it's one of the hardest things. But it kind of like, if you want the easy route and you want a way to soothe everything, it's just do it. Just say the sorries that you need to say. And yeah. And if your heart gets broken, then it's an opportunity to heal it and find the lesson with him. But you should not be afraid of being able to communicate to someone. And that is where most of these issues are coming from. It's just not knowing. I've actually been told I don't know how to talk to her. And I can't make somebody open up communication skills if they don't have them. And I wouldn't really want to see them. It hurts me more, really, I think, thinking of the pain of them actually saying that and struggling to be able to even come forth and say, hey, can we talk? And you go from there. We could spend hours with scripts. And it's about being authentic and genuine and apologetic. Yeah, and one of these people I'm actually talking about was, I actually said to this person, there was a time when I wasn't really there for them. And I kind of ran away from it. I never used to be very good with illnesses. My husband being ill was a big test, because I used to run away. Even if my children got hurt, I never took them for their injections. And if they ever hurt, my husband would have to deal with it. I wasn't very good with, maybe just, I feel people's pain and I find it really hard. So when my husband became ill and I was his only carer, I think I've asked the doctor if I'd ever see anything like that again. And he confirmed that it's very rare. So for me, that was like, wow, I think I've kind of, okay, we can deal with anything. But years ago, no. And I wasn't, I can hear, I think it's a bumblebee trying to get in. And I recognised where I'd done this, especially after looking after my husband, because I realised how lonely someone might have been. And I could have been of help. And I just apologised. And I said, I'm really sorry if that caused you any pain. I confessed to obviously running away, saying that I wasn't able to handle it. And I can never take that back. But, an awareness, just an apology. I didn't even need anything back. But for me, It felt so good to be able to say that. And it can be frustrating when you open up to somebody and be very open and vulnerable. It doesn't mean that they have that ability to do so. And then you have to kind of, I suppose, go away, learn the lesson from that. Because that's when your path can become quite lonely. Especially if you're an open person and you sense that there is this fear in others being open towards you. And I think it's normally just the level of the love, the honesty. People aren't used to this openness. It can cause you to run because you're vulnerable. So it's like, set the example. No, who can have a go at you about saying sorry? As long as you don't, obviously, if you've learnt the lesson, don't say sorry and then you're going to do it again. Or don't shout sorry or get angry when you're saying sorry. It's just like shouting at someone when you're angry, isn't it? You know, I love you. If your child's going to run out, get here. Don't you know how much I love you? It's just like, come from love. And love is peaceful. The answer you're seeking is love. And then thankful came out. Think about the people and things you feel grateful for. So, okay. Well, that was a bit of a funny little check-in, wasn't it? How did we get change on the bottom again? I'm sure we pulled decide after that. I'm going to read the decide. Is that what kind of sent me off onto my little story time? Hardest thing to do. But why is it the hardest thing to do? Why is it hard to say sorry? Especially if you know that you need to. If that's the thing that will make it right, pride. Pride gets in the way. Okay. Decide. As you go through life, you gain more responsibilities. One of the biggest is to decide what you want. You're now in a time where you could go in a few different directions, depending upon your decisions. In other words, you must decide what's next for me. It's not always easy to make decisions. Fortunately, you have help. You can call upon heaven to guide you, as well as trusted friends, family members, and experts. You can also try on your future by daydreaming. This means closing your eyes and imagining the different possibilities for yourself, and then noticing how each choice feels. Where's that King of Cups gone? Laying down, wasn't he? Here it is. Which one makes you feel happy? Oh, sorry, I'm going to read that part again. You can also try on your future. This means closing your eyes and imagining the different possibilities for yourself, and then noticing how each choice feels. Which one makes you feel happiest? Which choice makes you feel loved and safe? And which one feels like it would be most helpful to yourself and others? Always choose the path where you can do the most good in the world. If you ever feel stuck, as if your life isn't moving along smoothly, then you need to make some clear decisions about what you want. Decisions are magical in that they get things moving again. If you don't like the direction in which your life is going, you can examine your decisions to see if they need changing. The best decisions will make you feel happy and will make the people around you happy too. Yeah, okay. thought I was going to read another card. I'm not. Right, okay. So we've done that. Let's just use the Rider-Waite, seeing as they're here. We've got a pile of cards here. Okay. Oh, I think I was going to read the Opportunity to Forgive. Let's pull some Rider-Waite first. I can see Justice on the bottom now. Well, you've got your Empress. You've got the Ten of Swords. This is when you've been kind of, you know, taken down a few times now. King of Cups again. I'm going to find out a bit more. Making a decision. So it's time to decide. We've got the Empress, which would provide a secure foundation, okay, as she embodies all of the four queens. So she's very stable. She's the Empress. It's kind of end of a cycle. So whatever's going on with the Empress, it's the end, okay? It's like this can no longer continue in the same way. Then we have the King of Cups in his emotions, okay? He's looking alert there. He's not laying down, is he? Visualising, which will kind of mean that's the end to the daydreaming mode, which is that it's now time to bring the daydream into the reality. It's time to make a choice. Okay. There's the love. Now it's an immature love, so it could be what is the block of actually expressing. If it's an immature love, it's not mature, so it could come out sloppy, wrong. It's just speaking about the words. That's what love does. It's because it's an emotion. Love's not a word, it's a feeling. So, okay. Hangman, not sure what to do. Okay, hanging around for enlightenment. It's a truth card. It's about telling the truth. Bottom of the deck. But you know that. You've got the Hermit. You've gone with him. And you know what your guiding light, I want to say, is. And rise your head down, though. Okay. It's just the truth. It's like the truth will set you free. That's what we need to really call this. Let's have a look at this Opportunity to Forgive. Opens up on let your past go. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. The angels sent you this card because they see that you've grown weary of a reoccurring negative pattern in your life. Sorry, I've kind of gone really up now. To break this cycle, it's important for you to release old toxic thoughts about the current situation and relationship. You can do this by breathing deeply and on each exhalation giving your fears, worries, anger and other painful emotions to the angels. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you are condoning the other person's behaviour. It just means that you're unwilling to carry toxic feelings and thoughts about him or her. Release, be free, and experience positive patterns through forgiveness. So the additional meanings for this card: avoid blaming yourself or others. As you release anger, a creative resolution to this situation will appear. There are hidden blessings in this relationship and situations. Focus upon desires instead of fears or judgments. Now, why did my chest just play up again then? It's actually wheezing. Okay, it's like get it off your chest. You just feel so much more healthier and free. It's our secrets, it's our regrets, it's the shame, it's our pride that all stops us from being free. And I've got Cupid here. We send you great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. And that means that anything that isn't really a representation of love will have to move out of the way. So, I feel like I want to read Cupid and I want to read love. And then I'm loving off. Okay, now that deck. Let's read this Cupid card. Oh, look, guys, we opened straight up. Cupid arrow strikes. This card comes to you because the angels see your desire for romance. Instead of fixing the externals in your love life, instead of fixing the externals, so the outside, in your love life, they assist you internally. The angels say that romance springs from falling in love with life itself. When you let the angels awaken this love within you, you naturally attract and experience more romantic love in your relationships. So, additional meanings for this card: surround yourself with romantic beauty such as roses and candles. I'll help you out with that one in a second. Give any emotional hurt to the angels. Ask Archangel Michael to help you release any painful attachments to previous or current lovers. Clearly decide what you desire in your love life and affirm, it is safe for me to love and to be loved. One minute. There you go. Surround yourself. Where's it gone? Oh, surround yourself with some roses. Look. Even in the bedroom. Okay. I can sit down. I was going to read the love. Where is the love? Okay, where's my love card gone? Let's end on love. The answer that you're seeking is love. This card wants you to know the simple yet powerful answer that you seek. It's love. Pure love. Divine love. Healing love. You can heal your current situation by acting more lovingly towards others. You can also tell them, I love you. Even holding loving feelings towards another person is a powerful way to heal them and the relationship. You can send love to someone who's in need by seeing or feeling love coming from your heart and going to the other person. You're also called upon to teach others about love. You can do this in many different forms. You can talk, write, or sing about it. You can draw, photograph, or paint a picture that shows love. You can make someone laugh to open their heart or inspire them with your own example of living a life of love. This card may also mean that another person really loves you but doesn't know how to show or tell you these feelings. Remember that not everyone is comfortable with strong feelings. Compassion is part of love, which means being open to other people's differences. That's just spot on, isn't it? I was listening to the radio again earlier and actually listening to the songs all about real, deep, intense love. If we could communicate through songs, it would be so much easier to express how we feel. But we do need to be able to speak openly and face to face, I think, and eye contact be very vulnerable, and that's why it's scary. That's why it's scary. Okay, but beautiful. But once you come over the kind of hurdle, just the freedom you will feel to no longer fear love. Okay, I'm going. Right, guys, have a great day. I'm going to crack on with what I'm doing, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. So much love. Okay, bye for now.